There are a few things less appetizing than an overcooked hard-boiled egg. You've got that grayish-green ring around the yolk and those tough, rubbery whites. There are a few culprits. One is just cooking your eggs too long, and the other is actually boiling them, because even though we call them hard-boiled or soft-boiled eggs, the key to getting them just right is to never let the water reach a full boil. In this video, I'll show you the difference between a soft, medium, and hard-cooked egg, and two different methods for cooking perfect hard-cooked eggs every time. I've already placed my eggs into a saucepan, and the first thing you want to do is cover them with cold water. They should be covered by about an inch. Now I'll put the heat on medium-high. Now I'm just going to bring these up to a brisk simmer. Now that my eggs have reached a simmer, I'm going to start my timer. Now you want to monitor the water. It should never come to a boil, so you might have to adjust the heat a little bit to keep it at a brisk simmer. Okay, at 2 minutes, you have a soft-boiled egg. This is what you would serve in an egg cup for breakfast. After 4.5 minutes, you have what we call a medium-cooked egg. Now at this point, the yolk is solid, but it's a lot softer and more moist than a hard-cooked egg. I'll show you the difference in just a minute. And after 8 minutes, you have a truly hard-cooked egg. I'm just going to bring this back to the sink to drain. Now you can just leave the eggs right in the pot. Turn on the cold water and let them run under some cold water. This is going to cool them down, stop the cooking process, and make them easier to handle. I also like to peel my eggs under running water. That helps the shell to separate a little bit easier from the white, and so you don't end up getting so many dings in the egg white. If you're making hard-cooked eggs, there's an even easier method that doesn't require such precise timing. This is great if you're doing a lot of different things in the kitchen at once. So I've started in exactly the same way. I put my eggs in my pan, covered them with cold water by about an inch, and I just am bringing them up to a brisk simmer. I think they're just there. Perfect. So at this point, once they reach a brisk simmer, I'm going to remove the pan off the heat and let it sit uncovered for anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. The water is going to cool really gradually, and that's going to prevent the eggs from overcooking. All right, so it's time to take a look at our eggs. First, the soft-boiled. Now you can see that the white is nicely set up, and if you dig your spoon in there, oh, look at that runny yolk. This is begging for a piece of breakfast toast. Okay, moving on. Now the medium cooked. These are great in salad, anywhere that calls for wedges of cooked egg. Beautiful. So you see how that yolk is solid, but it's still very moist, and it's going to be a little less crumbly than the hard-cooked egg, which I'll show you right here. Here's the hard-cooked. Perfect. You can see that the color is a little lighter than the medium-cooked egg, and the texture of the yolk is a little drier. It's going to be a little more crumbly. Best of all, there's no trace of that gray-greenish ring around the yolk. These guys are perfect for deviled eggs or egg salad.